everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. In today's video, we are doing something a little bit different. Today, instead of flying, because it is Memorial Day and there's really nothing going on at the sites, we're not going to fly, but we are going to meet up with Lucidnaire, who is a Patreon and a viewer of Bear's Workshop, and we are going to take a test drive in a Lucid Air GT. So we are going up to Gilbert, which is in Arizona. It's not too far from here, about 30 minutes at the most. And we're gonna take a look around the car. We're gonna go for a ride and get some good shots of the car. And it's not gonna be a review, but we're just gonna tell you our impressions of it. We've been in a Lucid before, but this will be a different experience. This car's wrapped, so it's gonna look really good. I've already seen it, and we are pretty excited. So we're on our way there now. Okay. Hey guys, we made it over to Lucid Air's place. We are going to go take a look at the car. This is Lucidnaire, and somewhere on the screen is going to be his information. We'll also put it in the description below.
Hey guys.
All right, and we got his Model S over here, and this is what he's going to be upgrading as soon as it's built. Okay, so we are out in front of the car. I am here with Lucidnaire, and I wanted to ask you what is your favorite features that you've seen? You've been with the car for, I think, 4 days now. What's your favorite things that you found with this car?
Yeah, favorite things are these lights at the front. They're very bright at night. Some of the brightest lights I've seen in a car ever. And then the actual drive quality of the car. It's solid, it's planted, it feels like a really stiff, like it feels solid, it's a quality drive. And then the interior is absolutely amazing. Like it has the stitching, double stitching, really nice materials. They've done an excellent job on quality on the car. And those were my favorite things.
What were your least favorite things?
Least favorite things are, I had this door handle stick on me once, and so I'm not a big fan of the door handle. I'm not a big fan of the trunk, and this glass window, I'm still kind of on the fence about, but I think in Arizona it's going to be really tough having that kind of heat on the window. And then lastly, I think they need a little bit more help on the software integration side on the navigation. So hopefully we get to show that, but yeah. Okay,
maybe we'll get to show that. Now, I haven't even been in the car yet. The things that I don't like is that trunk. I'm not a fan of the clamshell. It just seems very awkward. You had said you couldn't get a stroller in there because of that. Did you actually try, or?
I didn't try, but I don't think it would fit, because it's quite a wide stroller, and the depth of the trunk is pretty small. Like it's not as wide as the Model S hatchback. So
yeah, getting all those batteries in here is obviously going to take up space. The door handles, I saw you playing with them. They did seem a little awkward. And I don't know if there's some kinks that they have to work out in that. I did like the soft touch close, where you close the door, and I always do this, I always close the door and then I have to go back and push it, but it just pulls the door in. So I like that. The things on the roof, let's take a look over at this real quick. We've got these two pieces in here. Lucidnaire said they might be for a roof rack. I'm not sure if that's glass or if that is metal, but they're right there. It just seems very awkward as far as the flow of it. They just seem to butt in there. So I'm not a fan of how those look. And I'm not sure if that's what it's for. So I don't know. The custom work on this car, even though this is not so much a Lucid thing, I'm not trying to give anybody a plug, but the wrap is really nice. This is actually a blue. I don't know if we can see it in this picture. I love what they did with these wheels. These wheels are beautiful in this color, and this is something that Lucid themselves should look at, because that is, I don't know what they paid to have that done, but they are beautiful. I absolutely love the wheels. You can see they also did some other custom work. They blacked out the handles, and these are a gloss black, just like the wheels are. and then they did it in some other places. So I think that's beautiful as far as being able to do some custom stuff on the car, and hats off to the company that did that. And maybe at some point it will be, I think it's on the license plate. I'm just not plugging anybody. The one thing that I did see with that was weird. Let's take a look at this on the back door. And at first I thought this was bad craftsmanship or something, but this is raised up and you can clearly see it. Here, we're going through, it's up a quarter of an inch, and I thought it was just something wrong on this door, but the other side matches that. So whatever they did here was intentional, and you could have something like that done for wind noise, or there's some other reason that they had this come up, but it just takes away from the flow. So not a huge fan of that, but the panel gaps look mostly good. There's some over here that are different from over here, but I think that's by design. It's thinner up here. You get over here, it gets wider, but I really think that's by design. It just makes it look a little off. Everyone complains about panel gaps, but I've yet to see a car that didn't have, except for a Toyota, that doesn't have some sort of gap issue. And it, like I said, I think that's by design, but the rest of it is fairly decent. So those are my takes from the outside of it. You got anything more to add to that?
I mean, I think every Lucid needs this wrap because it looks really modern, and it does not look like, I think one of the bad wraps this car gets is it looks like a Buick or an old-time car. I mean, you compare the look of this car to a Model S, and they're looking pretty similar. So Lucid, they've got something going on. I think they've got something really good going on.
Yeah, I think the car is very pretty. I definitely think it's futuristic. I don't think it looks like a Buick. But I do like the design on the outside, except for the clamshell trunk. So let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. All right, so we're in the car. We're about to go for a drive here in a minute, but I just want to ask Lucidnaire, what do you love about this?
I loved the seats, actually. So the interior of the seats, the way they feel, the different settings on the seats that you could do. You had a bunch of different settings here. And then also the seats were cooled. So in Arizona, you can have cooled seating, and you have some nice cold air on your seat, and so that was really nice.
Does the cooling seats actually work?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought so.
You thought so?
With the mix of this glass roof that feels very hot in Arizona. I mean, we're 102 degrees, it feels like, in this car.
And it's 9:30 in the morning.
It's just Arizona's a hot place, right?
Yeah.
So
we're gonna have a hot day today.
I liked the look of this dashboard. I really like that. And
Very stylish.
That you could close this up, have some extra storage here. And my wife wasn't a huge fan of this, but she thought like too much was going on, so she was always able to close that up, and I could just look at this.
How do you think you would have this?
here.
Would you have this open most of the time? Or
I think I'd have it open most of
Yeah.
the time. I come from a Model S where there's just a big screen here, so that's just what I'm used to.
Yeah, I personally think I would keep it open. My only concern about something like this is that's another motor. It's another part that can break, and I've gotten a little spoiled with Tesla and the minimalistic stuff, because the less that there is, or the more that you can pack into one thing, there's less moving parts, less things to break, and I really do like that. So I always wonder, how long will those motors hold out? Different environments. You got cold environments. You've got the 103 at 9:33 in the morning. Apparently it's getting hotter as we speak. But as far as looking around the car, there is a lot going on with different materials. They are all very nice materials, and they look like they're all very nicely put together. The double stitching is nice. The dashboard, the whole layout is very complicated, and I imagine that slows down their production process because there's a lot of bits and things going on, but I do like it. Let's see, these are the air vents right here. Actually hard to see with the shading with the edge that comes over there. And aren't these like air controls right here or something?
Yep, temperature right here, both the passenger and the driver side. So passenger and driver side, and you can control the fan speed and temperature.
Okay. And
then this is the radio.
The volume? Oh,
yeah,
that's nice. It's nice and big. Is there one on the...
There's one right here too.
Okay.
So.
All right, and then we've got the integrated visors, which I heard this took a lot to get these this whole setup the way it is, because it's a pretty complex piece of glass. Speaking of this roof, one of the things that we're going to show is me getting in and out of this car. It's not pretty, and that is one of the cons that we're going to see. But in the back seat also, and we'll show that a little bit later, there seems to be plenty of room back there, so that's real impressive. And of course everyone's mentioned the bears that are all over the car. Here's one right here, but they're hidden all over. It's a California bear, I think. So we're gonna get this AC going and start moving, because otherwise we are gonna cook. Oh, it went down to 102. We got a cooling trend going on. Lucidnaire is already dripping sweat, so we're gonna get the car on and we're gonna go for a drive now. Okay, this is going to be me climbing in the driver's seat. I want you to keep in mind I am 6'4" in height, 6'4" around, but I'm gonna slide in here. It's a little awkward, so I'm gonna give it my best attempt to make it not look awkward. So let's do this. Okay, so that was it. You see that as I'm getting in, I've got to put my head back and bring it over here, because I can't bring my head over here unless I dislocate my neck and slide it on down. So, not a pro, obviously a con. Maybe I'll find a better way to slide in more smoothly as I get more used to the car.
And you get to see this too. They have a front camera and a rear camera.
Yeah, that is nice. And that's exactly what your driveway looks like. And I don't think they're using Google Maps. I think they literally...
They have cameras
really
all
good
around
cameras.
the vehicle,
yeah, really
and you can pan around it. So
nice.
You're seeing like a bit of my Model S.
Can we just turn it like that? Wow.
Yeah, nothing has this kind of camera view.
So you think that was the original color of the car?
No, I think the original color is black.
Oh, was
from
it?
what I could tell.
But they
they just use a 3D rendering here. You might as well be a dot.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of GPSing you.
Yeah, that's kind of too bad, because it's you know, in the Teslas you could change the color of your car to
like a theme. Yeah.
But that is still pretty cool. Too bad it doesn't have us sitting in there. We could be like waving at it. All right, let's start moving. How long does that stay on for?
As soon as you start driving, it'll go away.
Okay. All
but
right.
You've got 450 miles range.
Oh, okay.
So
a lot of range. All right, left or right?
left.
Okay. And this model's the GT, right?
This is the Grand Touring. Yes.
Grand Touring. Okay. How does this Air compare to the Tesla Air, which is substandard in my eyes?
I think this Air is powerful. It's just it has to compete with all this glass in this car.
Yeah.
So the overall net feeling is probably similar to what a Tesla feels like. But I think it's okay. And then with the cooled seats, it definitely helps.
Are the cooled seats on right now?
Let's check. Okay, so I'll turn the cooled seats on. So now they should be on. So I'm going to try to navigate here.
Okay. And what ride mode are we in?
I think that's pretty cool. Is you can bounce this screen up, and you can see that here they work together. So now I can be in this screen, and we can navigate to. We're going to navigate.
It seems pretty snappy right now.
Yeah, it's not bad right now. I think overall the snappiness is good. It's the the Alexa integration has some uses. I was a huge fan of. What do you think so far?
So far, it is smooth.
Yeah. And you don't hear any creaks or anything?
I haven't heard anything.
My Model S has these creaks and such.
I've only driven it for about a half a mile now. Yeah.
Tesla people. And you get this.
We had to do that for the Tesla. So we're in smooth mode right now, right?
Yeah, we're in smooth mode right now. So we've got smooth, swift, and sprint.
All right. What do we want to try next? Should we go with
We
swift?
could try sprint.
Oh, okay.
So here's a sprint activation screen. They want you to confirm it's recommended for use by only skilled advanced drivers. So hope bears skilled.
Okay. Yeah. Have you
is
done
that
this?
dual
Did you
motor?
feel any like torque steer or anything when you were doing it?
I didn't feel it. Oh,
Wow.
but you feel that.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
Yeah. And then there's launch mode after this?
There is a launch mode after
Okay.
this, which we have not tried yet. We're going to do that.
So okay, wants us to get on the 202.
See, this is what I don't like. Why isn't it telling me like the direction here?
Yeah.
It's just I have to like hide this thing, I think, and then I get it back. Okay.
So you'd think that it would be on here or up here.
So on the Tesla, it usually has like a list of directions, and it's just kind of telling us this one. So yeah, I think they need to work on this navigation. It's very
And you know, it's not just them. I've been in a lot of cars that should have this navigation figured out by now, but they haven't.
like it's Google Maps. Why aren't you just?
Yeah, keep it simple.
So you're still in sprint mode, and we're entering the freeway. So you
Yeah,
could
we're gonna-
back it up a little bit, and then you could really punch it.
Yeah, we're gonna give ourselves some room first.
You felt that? I've heard it's less jolting than a Plaid, though. My friend drives a Plaid, and he says it's just crazy how much.
Well, the
it
Plaid is a little
pushbacks.
quicker, so.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Here we go. Oh, I hit over 100. So I just hit 102, but I backed off real quick. Yeah, it got there really fast. I like that the speedometer, as you're giving it acceleration, you've got that graphic that goes along with it to show like when you lift your foot off, it goes down. Still giving you the speed, but that's not really the speedometer. That's just giving you whether you're regenerating or if you're accelerating.
You can also change the regen. Here now you feel it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So they've got.
I like high regen.
Yeah, nice to extend the batteries.
Yeah. We got people creeping up on us. We're gonna bolt away from them. Bye. Hit 99 and let go. That was perfect. That is very, very quick. There is no hesitation whatsoever in the acceleration at all.
Yeah. Yeah, so this car just doesn't compare to my Model S in terms of how it drives. Like,
Yeah.
in my Model S, I hear creaks. It's a 2016, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit older car. But here we have no creaks. We have just a very smooth driving experience, although we're in sprint.
It's very, very quiet also. I'm not hearing a lot of road noise. I'm not from the tires. Yeah, so the wind noise is very low also, which is great because that's one of the few things you're going to hear. You're going to hear tires, you're going to hear wind. I barely hear the tire. Barely hear them. So it's not bad at all.
We're going to this place that we can launch the car in launch mode. It's an empty kind of track, plenty of roadway to launch the car. All All right, so we've got Bear trying the launch mode. And we've got like a nice
Ready?
run
Are you ready?
here.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Bear is going. Oh my goodness. We hit 103.
I saw 109.
That was amazing. What did you think, Bear?
Hold on, I got to get my stomach out of my mouth.
That was incredible.
All right, let's. Now we're gonna check the turning radius, so we can go back. Where'd that bicyclist go? Yeah. All right, we got the Bear. You got the Bear?
Oh, yeah. The Bear.
Launch mode activated. You guys ready? You're gonna fall back.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
Got a little bit of tire spin also.
You could hear the tire spin. Holy crap.
111.
111. Holy. Oh, that was fun.
3, 2, 1, go. I got 116 on that last one.
We're definitely getting banned for Ventura.
You might have to pay a cleaning fee for soiled seats. I'm just wondering how wide that screen is. It's hard to tell. Let's see if we can get this sign.
It's meant for your blind spot. So.
Yeah, well that's what I'm trying to see, if it's picking up the blind spot. The Tesla really does a good job of picking up the blind spots. This, I think, could probably be a little bit wider.
But Tesla doesn't have a camera, does it?
Yeah, it does.
And so they added that when it turns. Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
it was a software update if it's available for your car. So, it doesn't seem to want to keep me in. It's warning me, but it's not keeping me in.
It's not steering, right?
Not
but
at all.
It's holding your speed, right?
Right.
Okay. So it's not AP1,
No.
but it sees the lanes. Like,
It
why
definitely-
wouldn't it just
that's-
follow the lanes?
Well, that's for lane departure.
Oh, okay.
So it knows where lanes are in case I drift off. So let's drift. Then we just got a red line.
so-
There it goes. It's keeping me back in.
Wait, it's steering you back in,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think though if it did it like more than a couple of times.
and it's seeing a block.
Yeah, it's doing
See
it
there?
again.
But it's seeing.
Here we're coming up to a turn. Now it's yelling at me
Got it.
because that was 3 in a row. This is
Now you got her head.
pay attention. Keep hands on the wheel. All right, we pushed it to the edge, and now it's not happening. I got my hands on the wheel. Can you tell? I don't know. All right, and we're in adaptive at 70. We were at 77, and the truck got in front of us, and it brought us down, so that worked fine. No issues there, but the car is still angry with me.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
not AP1. It's more just helpful cruise.
Yeah.
Like a simple driver assist.
Yeah.
It's not. There's not like intelligence to really
Yeah.
keep you in the lane and steer it. So hopefully they get there.
Hopefully, because that would be real nice. Because I do love that feature on the Teslas. I don't use it as much as I would like to, but I definitely use it when I'm on the freeway. But it just doesn't happen enough for me to, like, say I use it extensively. So yeah, the warning went away after a little bit, but it was definitely angry with me. I like the flat on the steering wheel, as opposed to always was having to twist my wrist. So the flat is nice. We're going to experience that more when we get our Model S, because that's going to have the yoke steering wheel. And definitely need to get used to that. It wasn't too bad getting out. I think I could probably get a little better at getting in and out of it with a little bit of practice. Okay, so that was our test drive, and not a review. It's just us casually driving the car, trying different things. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. I want to thank Lucidnaire for getting the car and letting me drive it, because that was a privilege and I appreciate that. So it was great. What did you think about launch mode?
Oh, that was my first time doing launch mode, and I thought it was amazing. It felt like a roller coaster. Never hit 100 miles per hour so quickly. So
yeah, it was intense. The maximum speed I saw was 116. Maybe when we go look at the video, maybe we'll see something different. But it was loads of fun. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you're interested in helping the channel, check out our Patreon link. Lucidnaire's information will also be in the description to take a look at his videos and his stuff that he has. I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.